From Tyreek Hill to another guy who appears to be ready to hit the open market. Kenneth Walker, reigning Super Bowl MVP, K9, looks like he's on his way out of Seattle. John Schneider did an incredible job building that roster, but the reality is they got dudes to pay. They do have a lot of cap space, but that means that they might go out and sign some people as well. They drafted Zach Charbonnet in the second round to one day replace Kenneth Walker. Yes, he's coming off an injury, but even still, Kenneth Walker's time has arrived where he's a free agent, and the reports are he will be allowed to pick his next destination. So I guess for starters, Kenneth Walker coming off of a season in which he had 1,000 yards, only 5 touchdowns, but he was splitting carries. When he gets to the playoffs, he's pretty excellent, goes on to win Super Bowl MVP despite not even scoring a touchdown. So he really benefited himself with how he played in the playoffs. He gave himself a lot of money, and teams are going to be after Kenneth Walker heading into the in the spring when the free agency window opens.
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing that we need to get across the board here is that the Seahawks are making the right move by not bringing him back in. With all the people you need to sign, the running back is not the most important position. We saw how he worked hand in hand with Zach Charbonnet. Like they were, Zach Charbonnet stole the touchdowns pretty much. Like you can get by without having a running back in the NFL. Kenneth Walker's very good, don't get me wrong, but if you're picking on who to bring back, who to extend, like I'm prioritizing a JSN extension early over bringing back a running back because you just don't know how they're going to go. So I think this number one was the right move. It is wild though that John Schneider at the parade was saying like he was just negotiating with me and now you're not even going to tag him.
Yeah, John Schneider was drunk off of his, at that not even press conference, whatever you want to call it. Whenever he had the microphone, he was out of there.
Yeah, he did not want to go. But like running backs, this just shows like running backs aren't that important in the NFL. Like they're not.
So let's talk about some potential landing spots for him. I've got a couple. One that's fun is the Dallas Cowboys because Javonte Williams, played really well this year, but he is a free agent. You don't know that he'll be back. Dallas, as talked about, Jerry Jones has talked about being aggressive, and they need someone to play running back. And the Cowboys seem like a team that would do something like this. So, and honestly, I think you would play well. I mean, the Cowboys offense with Dak and Pickens and CD was pretty incredible last year. And again, Javonte played well, but Kenneth Walker is a better player than Javonte Williams. So he might take them to like number one offense in the league sort of status. The Bears are a team that I think could be interesting because Ben Johnson has already traded DeAndre Swift before. They made it work this year, but maybe he has a level of interest in going there. And they're coming from relatively similar offensive systems. Just general other thoughts on teams out there that could be interested in him. Maybe you're looking at like the Saints if they think it's time to finally move off of Alvin Kamara, who's entering the final years of his playing career most likely. The Titans maybe to try to give Cam Ward some help. I could see that happening. There's a lot of teams out there that's like, yeah, he would do a solid job there, but I don't know that there's really one that says this is an obvious destination.
I would go Denver, especially where he wants to play and what would be good for him. I think Denver needs a better run game. That was what killed them, honestly, this year. They didn't have it between running backs. J.K. Dobbins injury, R.J. Harvey couldn't get it done. Like, I think he fits in really well there. Physical run game, a team that's going to be competitive too. Like, why would you want to go to the Tennessee Titans for him? You just want a Super Bowl. You're going to go to a team.
The promise there is, okay, I won the Super Bowl. Now I get paid.
Yeah, but you still want to play for a contender. And maybe if the money's so much more to go to a trash team. Like, I think he fits in well with the Jets, knowing Breece Hall's a free agent. But do you really want to go play for the New York Jets? Like, is it worth the money to go do that? Like, if I'm going somewhere it's not competing, I'm probably going to a place like Tennessee or a place in Florida where I can just kick my feet up, pay low taxes, and call it a day and get in the warmth a little bit after I win the Super Bowl. I think the Commanders, Grant, I think he could be the guy there too. What do you think?
Yeah, so a lot of Commanders fans, you see the background behind me, got boots on the ground here in the DMV. A lot of Commanders fans are interested in him, although he's been kind of at the bottom of the list. Breece Hall is the number one guy that most Commanders fans want them to go after. Rachaad White has been a popular name because he and Jaden played together at Arizona State, and Rachaad White has been dropping a lot of breadcrumbs that he wants to go play in Washington. So they've kind of been the guys. Travis Etienne has been floated around as well. And I think you could get Etienne for probably cheaper than Kenneth Walker. So, and I think Etienne would be better fit there. So again, it's a situation where Kenneth Walker is a good player. He genuinely is. He helps teams. He makes them better. But for the amount of money that he's going to demand, when we talk about contenders, I don't know that there's a contender that's like, yes, we need Kenneth Walker to get us over. I think your best hope is a team like the Cowboys, who are good, but are probably not winning at all.
I think Arizona, too, potentially could be good there. New coaching staff coming in. James Conner's old, coming off a major injury. I think that's a good spot for him as well. But yeah, I think it's the right move for the Seahawks to not bring him back. Still a little surprising. So if I had to rank my picks, I would probably go Broncos number 1, because I think they're a run game away from being a Super Bowl contender, legitimate Super Bowl contender. I mean, I know they're 1 win away this year. Then I'd probably go Washington 2, Arizona 3, or maybe Arizona 2, Washington 3.
I was just realizing there's one team that we didn't talk about, and I'm checking what their cap space is. Okay, they're negative in the cap, so I don't know how they would make this work. But the Texans as well, because they have a talented quarterback, hasn't played well, but
He's terrible.
talented.
He's terrible.
He has played terrible, but he's talented. They've invested in the receivers. They do need help on the offensive line. Actually, I take it back. They got to fix the offensive line. I'm not even going to say that. I think my number 1 team in terms of like what I actually think might happen, I think the Cowboys. I think there's a really good chance that happens.
Yeah. My only thing about the Cowboys is like, you've invested so much in offense. Like, you need to invest in your defense. Your offense is fine.
Well, I mean, they did get Quinn Williams, and they have 2 first-round picks in the draft. So there's a chance, like, if Caleb Downs falls to 12, they take him there, and then they double back with like a Cassius Howell or someone like that. That's 2 first-round defensive guys.
Go get Jeremiah Love for running back too. You do that
For Dallas?
Yeah, trade up. I mean, if you need a running back.
Yeah, no. The thing is, free agency, I really do think it's backwards. I think the draft should happen before free agency.
Yeah, because then you know who teams are targeting. I mean, either way, I guess it works. But you can't really do a mock draft until you know what teams did in free agency.
Right. I think with free agency coming first, the draft is in free agency, you can go after anyone you want. You might not get them. In the draft, you're not going to have the opportunity to go after some guys. So when you get to the draft, you kind of have to have filled all of the holes in your roster in free agency, and then you're hoping to just build on top of that. If the draft comes first, when you go to free agency, you know, where do I actually have a hole and what do I need to fill?
March 11th at 4 p.m., free agency opens. Restricted free agency deadline, April 17th.
Yep.
So we got some time. We'll be covering it all here on Ride the Line.
100%. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Make sure you hit the like button. Also subscribe, because Tater and I are putting out videos every single day. Whatever thoughts you got, free agency predictions, which players go into which team, throw it down in the comment section below, because we will be reading and responding to every single comment that we get.
Yep. That was Ride the Line, the greatest podcast in sports betting entertainment. We will see you next time for another episode.